So here we are today. Again, I'm going to be using the Jodi palette. Check this out. It is the colors Laidback, Transcendent, Gingerly, and Nimble. Some really great matte eyeshadows, and I'm going to show you how to create this look today. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liner shader brush, and I'm going to take the shader side, okay? I'm going to go in with this color here. It's called Transcendent. So you can see it's a really nice neutral color. I'm going to put that on the side of that shader brush, and I'm literally going to just apply this all over my eyelid. Whenever you put a shadow all over your eyelid like this, especially one that is a very neutral color, it's really just going to balance out the tone of your eyelid. It's going to give you a more youthful appearance. It's going to make you look more awake. So that's the nice thing about having a shadow like this on your palette, is that you can literally just use this and be done for the day. So let me go in on the other side here so you can see what that looks like. One thing I want to mention is that I did go ahead and I used my eye primer. That is great for really allowing those pigments to pop and to hold them in place all day long. So I'll show you a video over here so you can see what that looks like. So now that we've kind of balanced out the tone of the lid, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go into this color here called Gingerly. I'm just going to put that onto the end of that fluffy crease brush, and then I'm going to use a windshield wiper motion and just dust that all in the crease. Because I put that Transcendent down all over my lid, this color is able to blend on really, really nicely in the crease. And one of the things I always like to do, let me get my handy dandy handheld mirror so I can see what I'm doing here. And you want to tap off the excess so there's not any fallout. I will tell you, with my Younique pigments, I don't experience a lot of fallout, so that's why I feel really confident going ahead and putting on my foundation before I put on my eyeshadows, because there's not a lot of fallout with these pigments. But it's good just to tap off the excess so that way you don't have it flying all over the place. So you can see as I went in with that second layer, it just got a little bit darker, a little bit more intense. So again, if you want to keep it really basic, you could just go in with that first layer and then blend that out. Or if you're like me, maybe you want it a little bit darker, then you can go in with a second layer, bring it up a little bit higher, and then you can just blend it out. So this is where I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to blend out any potential harsh lines that I may have created when I was putting that Gingerly into my crease. Alright, so harsh lines are blended, and now you can see I have a nice little depth to my eyes. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that Transcendent, put it on the side of that shader brush, put that in the middle of my lid there to really just allow that lighter color to stand out a little bit more. Do you see that difference there? Just doing that, bringing that neutral brightness back to the lid. So let me go in on the other side here so you can see what that looks like. Okay, there we go. That's great. You can definitely go in. I always just like to take my blending brush and blend out any harsh lines. You want it to just be a really nice gradual transition onto that lid. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the shader side of my brush. I'm going to go in with this darker brown color called Nimble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to line my eyes. You don't always have to use a liquid eyeliner or even a pencil eyeliner. It's nice to just use a little shadow along the base of the lash line, because what that's going to do, especially when you put on that mascara, it's going to give you the appearance of fuller lashes. So you can see I'm keeping this really, really tight to my lash line, just because the whole point for me in doing this is I want to give the appearance of a fuller base at my lashes. So when I put that mascara on, it just really lengthens them, gives the appearance of length and popping, okay? I am going to just wipe off the side of my shader brush, and I'm going to go into this very light color called Laidback. I'm going to use that right along my brow bone. I talk about this all the time. It's great to use a really light, I often use Optimistic, but you can also use a matte like Laidback, and take that right along the brow bone. It's going to give you a natural lift of the eye, just bring everything up, and really just, again, when you do that, it helps brighten the eye. And then that's why I also like to put a little dab right in the inner corner there. That also helps to brighten the eye. I recommend just using a really light hand until you kind of get the hang of it, and just keep it super simple. But there you have it. So I can't go without my mascara. So I'm going to put on my lash primer first. This is great at conditioning your lashes. And so what that means, when you condition your lashes, it allows the life cycle of your lashes to last a little bit longer, okay? For me, my favorite feature of the lash primer is that it separates your lashes. So I don't have a ton of lashes, and when I do put on mascara, I put on a lot, right? But when you put on a lot of mascara, it gets clumpy. So what this does is it just really helps. It's so funny. I have like this one lash right here that is super duper long. Lash primer, lash serum, all the lash products. When you're taking good care of your lashes, you're taking that makeup off at night, that's what's going to happen, is you're going to get some amazing length to your lashes because you're extending the life cycle. So anyways, the lash primer, it separates. I'm going in with my Epic mascara. This is the limited edition one. I thought the packaging was gorgeous and I had to get it. Okay, so anyways, going back to the lash primer, it also goes on white, so don't panic when you see white lashes. Okay, because also it's going to dry clear. There has been some discussion on, do you put on your mascara when your lash primer is still wet or it's still dry? I will tell you this, it's personal preference. I recommend finding what works best for you. For me, I like to do it when it's still a little bit wet, and I like to go in with my mascara, and you can see I'm just pulling it through every single one of those lashes. And I love our Epic mascara. This is the one without the fibers, because it really lengthens, volumizes, and curls my lashes in a very natural way. So there you have it. That is my mascara portion of this video. If you have any questions about this look, please don't hesitate to ask. If you like these types of videos where I do a step-by-step tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so that way anytime I post a new video, you are notified.